Welcome to another morning broadcast. We meet every day or weekdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, to discuss our game plan for the day and to make some money together. If you've been with us since the start of the year, you've known that we've come with some of the best trading ideas. And yesterday was one of the biggest days of the year for me. A lot of the ideas that I shared yesterday actually worked out, and we had some big trades yesterday. So we're going to get started there. But first, let me just ask you to please smash the like button. And I want to thank you for joining us every day. If this is your first time, please consider subscribing, sharing with others. And if you want to trade with us live, then hit the link in the description. I'm going to be sharing a lot of guides, templates, and things like that for free coming up here in April. And we'll be dropping some fire content in the near future. So thank you all for supporting the channel. So let's get right to it. Let's start with the big picture. So, all right, we'll start with SPYs and Qs. So yesterday, what happened yesterday? We gapped down yesterday morning. So we gapped down, and this isn't really what we wanted to see coming into the morning. Typically, when the market is going down, if we want a clean downtrend, we want to gap up and then to continue short if we're going short, if that's our bias. But it price gapped down. So I took the approach to say, well, it's unsustainable, right? It's unsustainable. Yesterday, if you go back and watch the live, I'm saying this, us continuing to go down. So we will see a violent rally at some point. And then Trump came in yesterday, as he always does, with some optimism, some quote that helped the market rally yesterday. Is this a long-term rally to the upside? I wouldn't say so. We don't know, but likely not, because the relationship with China is deteriorating, with some of the other countries are deteriorating, and some of the effects of the tariffs are still on the table. So yesterday may have just been, an optimism, a rally of relief. But again, we show up, we look at the big picture, and we respond to price action. Okay, we respond to price action. So what plays did I share that really went well? So since we had Mara, Robinhood, a lot of these tickers, they look the same. SMCI, we had Bank of America. So a lot of them gapped down, and what I said was there could be potential capitulation trades, right? Because these stocks had went down so aggressively in such a small amount of time. Typically, it's unsustainable for those moves to continue to the downside. JNVR was, right? So what we were looking at was capitulation trade. What capitulation is basically, you have such an aggressive move in one direction, and then you have a move in the opposite direction, right? So we yesterday I shared the possibility of Bank of America, Mara, SMCI, and Robinhood being placed. And we in our group, let me change this to orange. All right, so we traded Mara after the market opened mainly. Some traded some of the other ones, but they all had a similar move, right? So that gap down to prior support levels. And then at the open, we had price action to the upside, and we had aggressive movement. Okay, aggressive movement for maybe like the first hour or two of the trading day. So those are plays that we took after the market opened, and most of those tickers, they have held up very well. Okay, so I'll be looking at. Be looking at the same tickers that I shared yesterday. So we'll be looking at Mara, Robinhood, look at SMCI, and Bank of America. And you have to choose which one you can trade based on the capital that you have, because they're all different prices, right? So Mara is on the cheaper side, and this one is closely connected to Bitcoin, right? So we saw Bitcoin gap down as well, and down to 74, around 74,000 or so, 75,000. And then we saw the turn there, and that's where, Mars is tightly connected with Bitcoin's movement. So whenever we have those aggressive moves, I'll look at the crypto related equities like Mara, Coin, MSTR, and then I'll look to trade those and take advantage of those moves. Okay, so pretty much the same. We have a lot of things are moving. QUBT. Also, I mentioned these quantum names. If we look at these are highly connected to the tech names, right? So that gap down happened across the board. You can see the gap down and these stocks recovering, right? And the moves are a lot more dramatic, or the ranges are a lot greater than the indices. If you look at some of these moves, they ran up, quite a bit, like 20% on some of these, 30%. Okay, so I'd say those are still in play as they approach resistance levels. We'll just keep a watch on them, because again, this rally I think is more of a relief rally, some optimism, and not necessarily a longer term thing. But I could be wrong, right? So I'm just keeping my eyes on the releases, the news that come out, and I will, at the end of the day, look at price action, volume, and order flow. That's where I'm at, right? Okay. All right. So that's the overall, the bigger names. Okay. All right. So let's talk about, JNVR. This one, it gave us great price action in the pre-market yesterday, but we couldn't trade it after the open. It just kept halting. I mean, it was halting like every 10%, and each of these little moves, like this move right here, is just 14%, right? So it just kept halting up and down. So this one was very challenging to trade. Otherwise, it would have been a great name to be in. But the pre-market, since the halting is suspended, it gave us some really good moves. Okay, so JNVR was really good setup early, and then it really was challenging throughout the day. So we moved over to Mara. Was looking at it this morning, nothing this morning. So just kind of keeping it on watch. This one moved quite a bit though. I mean, just incredibly, like from the open to the high, it was 800%, right? So that's a big gain. All right. So let's look at some individual names. So NAOV, this one popped up on the scan, low float, high float turnover, and it gave some scalps this morning. So we're going to see what else it does. No catalyst, no fresh catalyst. It's just high float turnover. So we'll see if without the catalyst, if this one is going to sustain, or if we had, I mean, I didn't see one. If anyone else saw one, I looked at a few different sources and I didn't see a catalyst. So it's just high float turnover and traders trading against each other right now on this one. There may be some discord or some announcement that I don't see right now. Typically that could be the case when you have the spike and then you have trading come in. Typically these will fade off, but seems like volume is rushing in. It's at 23 million volume traded, 300,000 float. So that means it's just traders trading against each other. So now I'm just going to mark up levels. Let's see if it pushes down. Maybe if it holds, we'll get an entry, or if it breaks to the upside and continues, maybe we have a short squeeze and we have some continuation to the upside. So we know that there's a lot of interest because of the float turnover. So we'll see right now. Right now, there's no catalyst, so we'll see what happens. Okay. All right. So that's NAOV, JNVR. We talked about Hood, Bank of America, Mara, QUBT. All of those are moving similarly. I'll have them all on watch, and I'll take advantage of the one that looks the best. Okay, so somebody said WCT. Yeah, this one is WCT just moving flat right now. I mean, as of right now, it looks like it's shorting, but let's see if it breaks above this resistance level and starts to and holds. Maybe that one could be. But if you look at overall downtrend, and let's see. Yeah, no catalyst right now. So maybe a fader. That one may be a fader. But best thing you could do is set your alarms. And if you have something you want me to take a look at, just drop it in the chat and I'll take a look at it, okay? Check the chat real quick. JNVR, WCT, JNVR. Yeah. NAOV popping now. All right. I need to oh yeah. So that one I have on watch here. My next play will be once it starts to range like this, then I'm looking forward to breakout of the range or at the open, most likely now where it is now. See if it pushes and it holds. It may push if it gets below VWAP and then recovers and then comes back up. That'll be ideal. That'll be ideal. I want to get engaged on the first move up here, scalping, pull back when it pulls back here. But then once it starts to just range like this, you see the volume start to die down. Then I'll take a step back and wait for us to break out of this little range here. Okay. All right. So, okay, let's talk. Let me just real quick. And yeah. All right. Let me go back to overall on the SPY. So as I mentioned, this rally, Trump came out and we went long yesterday on different tickers. Pretty much the same move as we saw on SPY, but I just traded individual stocks. But SPY is definitely in play. So I'd say watch the resistance levels because we still have nothing much has changed, but the optimism, the whole, this is a negotiation tactic, like that language is coming back into the rhetoric, and that can give investors some optimism. But tariffs have already went into effect, and that will impact the economy, inflation, and stocks. So I will look at these rallies as temporary and trying to get in as low as possible. So I'm not trying to chase it. If we get a pullback and something that makes sense, then you can enter to a short term. Let me just emphasize short term buy. And as price comes up to these resistance levels, then look for reversals, right? So when the market opens, watch the ADD and ADDQ. Those will be symbols or that can help you understand like what's going on from a big picture. Our stocks down when it opens up. If it opens up, negative, negatives, then it's likely that's a indication that we could be down for the day. If it opens up positive, then we may continue. Okay. So look at the ADDQ as a sign. Okay. And if you can't trade, so I'm trading on the lower time frame. For things like SPY, I go up to like maybe 5 minute, 15 minute time frame. They can be a little bit more choppy than SPY can be more choppy than individual stocks. But individual names I'm trading on like on the 1 minute, 2 minute. Okay. All right. So that's it. That's where I'm at for the day. Again, just watch out. Like this popped, and again that news, that was a fade from this level. So now prices are grinding back up here. Just watch his prices. If you're trying to buy, get in low. That's what I would say. Get in if it pulls back and you see an entry, something where you can structure an entry, then get in. But if it starts to rise, I wouldn't chase it, because it could just be setting up for another move to the downside. Okay, because those things, as I mentioned, the things that cause us to decline, they're still in place. So it's more. I think this rally is more of a technical thing, just like we took on Mara and these others. They gap down, so the gap so far down is unsustainable. You're gonna have, it's like a rubber band. You're gonna have it pull back. Okay, all right. Let's see, it would be better not to chase buys but sells, right? That's just where I'm at. Like, I wouldn't, if it gives an opportunity for a buy, like something that's clear and you're able to get in low enough, then the buy is good. And if you're on a smaller time frame where you have enough room between one zone and another, yes, you can take the buy, but it's temporary. Overall, we're trending down, and capitulation, like looking for the right side of the V. It's a very real thing, and we took capitulation trades yesterday. But as it starts to pull up into this resistance, then you want to be careful here. If it breaks this swing point and then sits on top, then that's a great sign of it holding. But where it is now, you want to look for a quick trade and to get out. Okay. All right. So one last thing is you want to monitor the VIX as well. Checking my game plan. As if the VIX is high, then that's also a sign that we can continue to the downside, right? As VIX is pulling back, if you never use it, then take some time to just research like how to use the VIX with indices. Okay. All right. So let's see. Any last thing? I would say, yep, we're good. Let me see. Yep, we're good. We're good. All right. Thank you all so much. Let's continue to stay at it. We never know what's going to happen, right? We could be in the right place, the right time, like yesterday, and phenomenal day yesterday. Phenomenal day for myself, for our group. So stay diligent. We may pull back. You have something obvious for buy between zones, from zone to zone, right? So just we expect like some large ranges. That's what I would be expecting today. Large ranges. So we may pull one direction and then snap back like yesterday. So we had a large range happen. That's what I'd be expecting today, especially after yesterday. So just respond to price action in real time and order flow as you see it. Get in and get out. It's a trader's market. It's not necessarily time for long-term holding. In my opinion, I'd say take advantage of the volatility. Get in, get out. Get in, get out. Okay. All right. So let's see what Mara does today. We traded. Mara gave phenomenal trade breakout here. Incredible move. So we'll see. Same basket. Mara, QUBT, SMCI, Hood. All of those, they have the same price action pretty much. And then I'm just going to be looking for new things that pop up on the scan. Individual names that have their own catalysts for us to trade. So let's see what this is. Merger. $15 million float. It's decent. Now let's look for a setup on this one. We have NAOV. Was it? Is it crossing down? Oh, okay. Alarm on that one, crossing down. So let's see. Yeah, take a look at NXU. This one, let's look for pullback, or if we get that consolidation and a break on this one. Let's see what we get here. Okay. All right. So yeah, I hope y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. All right. Smash that like button, please, and share with others. Have a great day. Bye-bye.